Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 5 of season 2 of the U.S. History GCast as presented by Gibsonian Institute. Today we are looking at the Red Scare and JFK. All right, so before we get involved in that, though, as some of you may have come to realize, we have a Gibsonian Instagram page now, but also I'm bringing back Where in the World Don't El Mundo, the bulletin board game that we had been playing, found a way to digitalize it. So everything else is digital, might as well hop in with that as well. So make sure you jump over to Instagram, take a guess. I'll be posting every hour a new clue just so that we all have a little bit of chance. So the early risers, as always, get a little bit of a head start. Make sure you guess and putting your guesses in the comments. So let's move forward. What I'm going to have you do is we're gonna start with the Red Scare today. So our objectives, of course, define the Red Scare and explore its ramifications on the nation. And then we're going to explore the presidency of JFK. All right, John F. Kennedy specifically, we're going to look at just a little bit on him. We're going to go more into detail on JFK in the days coming after this, and we got a couple of days with JFK, so sit tight. I know a lot of us are fans of JFK, and some of us might even be named after JFK in some form or another. So sit tight. We'll be with JFK for a while here. So with the Red Scare, shown here is Senator Joe McCarthy from Wisconsin. He's the guy that really sparks the fire for the Red Scare. What I want you to do for this, though, is we're going to go a little bit different. I want to try to, instead of just telling you everything, go to Google Classroom. You'll see that there's another YouTube video posted on this, but also a Common Lit article. So make sure you complete the YouTube video and then complete the Common Lit article. The Common Lit will have a discussion and guided questions to complete. So make sure we get those taken care of and then come on back. All right, now that you got the Red Scare done and dusted, we are now getting back to JFK. So we've got John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Who is he? Who was JFK? JFK was a young Catholic senator from Massachusetts. His father, Joe Kennedy, made his fortune during the stock market crash. Speculating, right? Buying on the margin. Joe Kennedy is going to be someone that was able to take advantage of the loopholes in the stock market system that we talked about during the 1920s that lead to the stock market crash. So it's a little bit of a shady way of coming to power, but this is definitely going to be where the Kennedys really get their power, unfortunately, from the dismay from the majority of America. A very powerful family after this fortune that is made. Jacqueline Bouvier is going to be his wife, progressive daughter of wealthy Wall Street stockbroker. We got wonderful pictures there of JFK now and Jackie. So Jackie is going to be, as I mentioned, progressive daughter. That means she's going to be kind of challenging the norms of society at this time. But she's also coming from a wealthy family. Makes a nice match. It's almost like an arranged marriage, but it's not. They seem to have been a lovely couple together. Jackie is notable for redecorating the White House, but also wears fashionable clothing. If you figure most John Kennedy is the youngest elected president in U.S. history, not the youngest ever president. That is Teddy Roosevelt, but Teddy was filled in after his president passed away, so he wasn't elected youngest. Anyways, getting back to Jackie. Jackie's obviously always also going to be young when she enters the White House as well, and is kind of seen to be kind of transitioning the White House in the First Lady position to a more updated and modern look. Camelot is what the White House is going to be known at this time in the family. JFK and Jackie are going to be idolized, and still are today, to be honest. Camelot is a popular play at the time. Camelot, in this scenario, JFK would be King Arthur, and Jackie would be his beautiful queen. So the Kennedys are seen at this point as the perfect model family for Americans. They've got dogs. They spend time together. They're a good-looking family. All right, they kind of got it all, right? And heck, look, he's the president. They're living the dream. All right, so they're seen as this is what peak America is at this time. So they're going to be beloved because of how relatable they come across to the everyday American family, or to the ideal American family. All right. So that's going to be instrumental as to why so many people still revere JFK and Jackie today. I'll get into the politics of JFK. He had a lot of ideas he wanted to get done. All right. Unfortunately, we all know that he was assassinated, but a lot of this stuff is going to end up getting picked up by his vice president, Lyndon B. Johnson. All right. So this was known as a new frontier, kind of bringing us to a new age. That JFK was coming in as a young president, and he was going to bring us to a new frontier. All right. So first of all, medical care for the elderly, that is known as Medicare. All right. And that is around today. Aid to education. We're going to look at the GI Bill, but also just funding more education. That's going to happen. Rebuilding inner cities. Civil rights will be accomplished not by JFK. However, the groundwork will be set by JFK, LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson, the guy after him. It's going to get it done within the year after JFK passes away. He's going to cut taxes by $10 billion. Increase the minimum wage to a whopping $1.25, cha-ching. But then also starts the Peace Corps and the race to the moon, all of which we're going to look at all these things. All right, so this is really going to lay the groundwork of the political background of the Cold War. So we had the Cold War happening and all these tensions. By this point in 1960, we already have been in and out of Korea, and we're looking forward to a new one, not Vietnam, Cuba. All right, but we're going to start that on Wednesday. But what we're going to be looking at is this is going to be kind of on the back burner. And then after Cuba and before Vietnam, there's going to be this brief period where we're going to get a lot of this stuff done. And it's going to be part of what is known as the New Frontier and the Great Society. And we'll go into good detail about that stuff. But for now, that's all we've got today. All right, so make sure you head over. There is an assessment. A brief assessment for JFK, and then the majority of the work was already done for the Red Scare. So as long as you've got that done, we're good to go. As I mentioned before, make sure you hop over to Instagram, check out the Where in the World game posted. I will be pretty regular. As I mentioned in the 7th grade video, I wouldn't mind trying my hand at some original content for the meme game for you guys again. So if you're willing to contribute, as always, we had the board last year. Here's a nice medium for us to provide more content on now. So I'm always receptive to that. Other than that, email me if you need any help. Come see me at office hours. Other than that, have a good rest of your day. See you next time.